Like the other thing that is now in play heavily, they are advocating for, and it's available for anybody, is when you run an advertising campaign, you create an advertising campaign. First of all, how are you targeting? What is your targeting type? So that's criteria number one. You may target by keyword, you may target by ASIN, you may target by audience. So these are all your targeting types. Point one. Point two, this is like a three-legged stool. The second leg is the person that you're targeting. Okay, what are you showing them? You're showing them your product, sponsored product, you're showing your product. But if it's sponsored brand, what are you showing? Video, banner, or if it's sponsored display, a different kind of banner, smaller. What are you showing? So what is the medium, the format of the creative? And then where are you sending them? Ordinarily, you send them to your product listing, right? Well, they say, no, don't do that. It's not always the best. Now you have the option. You can send them to your product. You can send them to specific ASIN. You can send them to a product collection. You can send them to your store. So now think about this. You have this three-legged stool where you target in a specific way. You show a creative that will resonate with that target audience the most, and you send them to wherever it works the best. And this is always in play already. And of course, sellers must take advantage of this. Now, what you bring to the table, this conversation, is now there is AI coming into this, and it's making it more behavior-based. And to me, as you talk about this, there is one more thing, Vanessa. They know the shopper.
Oh, they know it very well.
This is like there is I'm sure that you've heard about the joke. This guy calls Pizza Hut to order a pizza and says, "Oh, Mr. Smith, nice to speak to you again. And what would you like to order today?" And he says, "Oh, I'd like a deep pan, blah, blah." "Are you sure? I don't think that you would want to do that today." And he says, "Why not?" "But because your cholesterol has gone up, in the past week. And plus there is this, plus that." And he knows everything about it. And because Google acquired Pizza Hut, so they're feeding the information. So they know the shopper. So now it's not just based on your content and what AI understands from your content and what the algorithms for advertising, your things that you can feed in, but also it's who is searching. Is Vanessa searching today? Okay, Vanessa loves traveling. She lives in Austin, and then show her this. Today, it's likely to buy this, right? So this is, I don't know how far this is going to go, frankly. It's just mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing. So one of the things that and Kevin King posted this in his newsletter, the Qatar Web Summit just happened a few weeks ago, and one of representative of Amazon was talking about the future of e-commerce. And in the future of e-commerce, he literally explained everything that we talked about on this is how customers now will interact with the technology, and this is how we're going to show products, and this is how the algorithm understand the product, and that's happening like within the next 2 years, like for everybody. So in 2 years, when we think about e-commerce, we won't even remember what a search term was. Like it would be so old in a sense. But again, it's new now, it's sexy, it's a very interesting topic. There are a lot of questions that you need to be asking yourself to see like, oh, where is this going? What I like, and I was talking to a friend and I was saying like, I don't know if I should spend a lot of time on this. And he's like, you definitely need to spend a lot of time on this, because if you think about all of the possibilities, then you can solve for those possibilities. And when one happens, you already know what to do. So that, to me, I'll leave it to, if you want to know right now what you should be building your listings based on, how the algorithm understands it, create a new listing. You don't need to finish it. You don't need to really create it, but use their AI to understand how the system will build your listing based on your images. That's the first part. So you there are kind of knowing if the system understand what your image is about. That's the first part. And then you're gonna get the framework or the blueprint on how to build a listing so it can answer the questions to the AI. Just by leaving it there, that's the call to action for this episode. Just by doing that, you will be 99% ahead of anybody that is just thinking about other things.